Hello, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with two Disney items. The first one's pretty obvious, but we'll get to that. The second one, or I should say, that's going to be the second one. The first one, maybe not so much. I took advantage of a sale taking place and some shipping. Ooh, I don't have my. Oh yeah, there it is. A shipping. Free shipping thing, as well as a percentage off. So I took care of two items. These are items I was planning on getting on one of my upcoming trips to both the Florida theme parks and the California theme parks. Unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, they came up on the Disney store, and I thought, you know what? Yes, when I go to the places, I can get a certain percentage discount. Sometimes 10%, sometimes 20%. I'm all the things. I'm DVC. I'm annual pass. The Disney Visa card, the D23, there's all these different cruise line member, Castaway Club member. So there's all these different things. Disney, I don't know if this is something you would consider, but if you could maybe do like some kind of a thing where I don't know if anybody did ever going to watch this, but if you do, can we stack? Can I get even if you drop all the discounts to 10%, but if I could get 10% for each of those things, up to 40% on certain things, maybe just stock. You can have some exclusions, but even just the general stock of stuff, or maybe food of certain types, of non-alcohol, whatever, that would be such a great perk for someone like me who puts a lot of money back into the company. Just saying. So let's get started. All right. This is, I think, the first video that I am releasing. It's still at the time of recording, it's still pre-yard sale, pre-Star Wars yard sale. But at the time that I release it, it will be after the yard sale. So I'm not going to talk too much more about it. I will get out a video follow-up, probably on a bonus day, not one of my normal drop-off days. And then we'll be back to the Sunday, Wednesday drops. All right. So this is the actual one that was going to come from California. This is the R2 DL70. Trying to do this without. Now this is where I'm getting used to this ring, and the ring gives me more glare than I'm used to. So let's get it up about that close. There we go. This is just another astromech from Droid Factory, but I'm loving the color scheme, and I just think it's really cool. I love their bright, almost pastel-y type colors that they're doing, and so this will find a new place in and amongst all the other droids. I'm not sure if I'm going to ever take it out of the package or not. I do like this little Disneyland 70th logo on there, so it's kind of the packaging is nice. Perhaps when I'm down there, I'll pick up another one and take it out of the package. They did, of course, also release and are currently selling a, not full size, but the Build-A-Droid size that you get at Savi's, or not Savi's, at the Droid Depot. They have that size, about 18 inches or so. I don't know if I'm going to pick that one up. Those droids, they take up a lot of room. All right, so you don't want to get too caught up with it. All right, now we're going on to this one. This is the First Order Stormtrooper. I'm kind of on a First Order Stormtrooper kick. If you've watched my videos, you know what I mean. Voice-changing helmet with sound effects. So this is cool. So let us open up this one. I am not going to keep this box. This is something that I could really it's hard to travel with this, and sometimes when I'm at Disney, I'll purchase something and then ship it home, which is great, and whatever discount I got is lost in the fact that I have to ship it home. So, if I have the ability to purchase it and then put it in the car and drive it home, or in our case, we take the auto train. By the way, not sponsored, but the Amtrak auto train, that's a great way. If you're going to be down in Florida and you live in the Upper East area and you want to get down there and have your car so you don't have to rent a car, the auto train is a great option. Yes, it's a day and a half of travel. You have to get to the train station, which is in Lorton, Virginia, and you got to get there a few hours ahead of time because they got to load your car. It costs, I don't know, these days when you take into account checking bags and picking a seat and all the little nickel and diming that you do on an airplane, It's pretty much a cheaper option than it used to be. Used to not be. Used to be, comparatively, used to be about, I would say it was the equivalent of flying and for you and your family of 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, and then renting a car for a week. Well, if you have a week or more to spare, and you don't mind having about a collective 3-day of travel, it'd get you, to Lorton, Virginia, however long it takes. It takes us about 4 hours. You get there, you load on the train, you usually disembark or leave the train station at about 4 o'clock. And then you're going, no stops. They do one stop like overnight just to kind of relieve the drivers or the engineers, or they take a break or whatever. But it's only for a few minutes. And then boom, you're pulling into Sanford, Florida at 9 a.m. or earlier, and there's no delays. And then you get your car off, and you're 40 minutes from the Disney parks. So it's pretty good. And then it's a little harder for us when we get it back, because we have to then drive 4 hours to get back to New Jersey. Okay, can I pull this thing out just like this? Here's our bag. A little bit in. Oh, that's pretty much it. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. Now I have one helmet. I thought I had a helmet here, but apparently I swore I had a Stormtrooper helmet, but it was like a cheap one. It was one that it was a kind of a clamshell one. You put the front and back on. This is the one that's like full out, All right, put this down and get rid of this. Oh, wait, something else here. Oh, that's right. We have our padding. Yeah, our little ear pads. Ooh. And our Velcro. Okay. Actually, I don't want to put that down. I'm going to leave that over here. I will take care of that off camera, because I really don't need it for the demonstration. Just want to make sure there's no other instructions. And there are none. Okay. Cool. I will say the back of the box says, First Order's infantry units wear stark white armor derived from that worn by the Republic's clone troopers and the Empire stormtroopers. Members of this new generation of stormtroopers are trained from birth, growing up with unit designations and fed First Order propaganda to ensure absolute loyalty. The First Order training simulations and live fire drills encourage improvisation on the battlefield, making these stormtroopers more dangerous than their Imperial predecessors. Okay. No. There's one thing I will say about these. There's no real instructions as to how to even put these things on or anything. I don't even know what these Velcro... I guess the Velcro pieces are... Yeah, I guess they're for these. Yeah. Okay, so, these things are... They go on the sides and here, so there's just a little bit more comfort. All right, now I don't also know if there is any sound.
Freeze! Hold it right there.
So we can get my...
We have incoming at 28.6. Move! Call in the airstrike. Drop your weapons. Nothing here. Go ahead! Credentials and manifest. I've located the resistance fugitives.
Nice. Hello? Hello? Okay. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay? But actually, you can see fairly well in this helmet. I will say that. The view I got from about here to here. It's up and down, that's the problem. I can only see about up to here and down about here. So now it did say voice changing helmet. I don't know if that means voice changing as in oh, looks like there's a microphone. Let me put the other. Check 1 2. Hello? Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. 1 2. 1 2 3. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2 3. We are the First Order. You are under arrest. We're going to bring you in for questioning. Okay. That was cool. Again, I mean, the voice changing aspects of the helmets are never anything that I'm like uber excited about. But I do have to say, it's a nice meaty size. I like if you look at it, it's definitely a prop replica. But obviously, prop replicas, there are people that get really, really bogged down by the minutia of it. I love this. I think that it's a definitively personal, within a budget. I believe this was like $125. It was very, very cheap comparatively to trying to buy prop replica made ones. I mean, and these days, between 3D printing and everything else, you can probably find even great models. So I think Disney knows this, and they have to try to figure out ways. I guess it's maybe the material that's a little bit less expensive, easier to come by. Okay, but it's really great. The detail on it is awesome. And yeah, it has a switch here where you turn it. Make sure you turn it off, otherwise it's going to be wasting battery power. But there's like a center switch, and if you go to the one side, that's when you get all the sound effects. And then you do it the other side, and that's when you get the voice changing. So overall, really, really cool. If you're a helmet collector, or you want to be, it's a great way to kind of get into it. There are certain types of display pieces, either the IKEA glass ones. I don't even think they make them anymore, but they also have like those, they're just basically like record shelves and bookshelves that are like either 2 or 4 or 5 of them in height. These would fit very nicely on the inside. They rest nice and simply. So great. Still available at both Disney Store, and if you go to Galaxy's Edge East or West, you can get these in the first order store that they have there. All right, so that'll do it for this episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. Let me nope, wrong one. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out Instagram and Bluesky. Check me out, Darth Tuba's Unboxing page on Facebook. Interact with the channel. I had a lot more interaction leading up to the sale. I hope I can keep that going. I know it's not as much fun when I'm not selling stuff, but who knows? I might try to, make that more of a thing. But we'll see. I'm working on it. It's going to take a little while for that to happen. But thanks so much for watching. Until next time. May the Force and the toys be with you.